Think you know rock music? Then become a rock detective. You'll face 11 mystery cases with 3 suspects. Study the picture, find the hidden clues, and choose the correct answer before time runs out. 3 suspects, 1 answer, 15 seconds. Before we start, hit like and tell us what country you're watching from. Ready? Let's begin. Riddle number 1. One of these rock stars had an eye that looked completely different from the other. But there's a twist. It wasn't actually 2 different colored eyes. Number 2. David Bowie. Bowie's famous different colored eyes were actually caused by anisocoria, meaning one pupil was permanently more dilated than the other. The condition followed a serious eye injury Bowie suffered as a teenager after a fight with his friend George Underwood. The unusual appearance later became one of Bowie's most recognizable features. Riddle number 2. One of these musicians decided his guitar looked far too ordinary, so he grabbed some paint. Can you find which guitar was transformed? Number 2. George Harrison. In 1967, Harrison took one of his sonic blue Fender Stratocasters and painted it himself using bright psychedelic colors. The guitar eventually became known as Rocky and became one of his most visually distinctive instruments. Harrison even added more artwork to it in later years. Riddle number 3. 3 guitar legends. 3 black guitars. But one of them isn't really one guitar at all. Look for the evidence. Number 3. Eric Clapton. Clapton's famous guitar Blackie was a composite instrument. He bought several 1950s Stratocasters in Nashville and selected the parts he liked most from 3 of them. The body, neck, and electronics came from different guitars, creating the instrument that became his main stage guitar for years. Riddle number 4. Here's the strange part. One of these guitarists was naturally left-handed, but played guitar right-handed. Can you spot the clue? The answer is number 1, Joe Strummer. Strummer was naturally left-handed, but he was taught to play guitar right-handed by his friend Timon Dog. That unusual setup became part of Strummer's distinctive playing style. So in this case, the clue is that the musician's natural hand preference and the way he plays guitar don't match. Riddle number 5. 3 musicians are having dinner. One table contains a strange clue involving a farm. Who made a major lifestyle change with his wife after a meal? Number 2. Paul McCartney. Paul has explained that he and Linda McCartney decided to become vegetarian together after they were eating lamb on their farm and realized that the animals outside were the same animals they were eating. They decided to stop eating meat and never looked back. Linda later became an important figure in popularizing vegetarian food. Riddle number 6. One of these musicians looks like he should be going to school, but he's actually about to perform in front of thousands of people. Why? Number 3. Angus Young. Angus first appeared in his famous schoolboy stage outfit in 1974. The idea came from his sister Margaret, who suggested the school uniform because Angus had often come straight home from school and played guitar without changing. The unusual costume eventually became one of AC/DC's most recognizable visual trademarks. Riddle number 7. One of these guitarists owned a guitar he wasn't happy with. Instead of throwing it away, he kept changing it, again and again. Find the clues. The answer is number 1, Tom Morello. Morello's famous Arm the Homeless guitar went through years of modifications. He changed its necks, pickups, bridges, and electronics while trying to get the sound he wanted. Eventually, instead of continuing to chase another guitarist's tone, he decided to embrace the strange sound of the instrument and make it his own. Riddle number 8. One of these guitarists suffered a terrible factory accident, but the injury didn't end his career. Look carefully at the guitar setup. Number 2, Tony Iommi. When Iommi was 17, a factory accident cut off the tips of 2 fingers on his fretting hand. He initially feared his guitar career was over, but inspiration from Django Reinhardt encouraged him to continue. Iommi developed prosthetic fingertip covers and used lighter strings, helping create the unusual technique that became part of Black Sabbath's heavy sound. Riddle number 9. Forget the guitars, look at the floor. One of these guitarists doesn't always use a normal guitar pick. Can you find the tiny clue? Number 3, Billy Gibbons. ZZ Top guitarist Billy Gibbons is famous for using a Mexican peso as a guitar pick. He explained that the idea came from hearing about someone using a coin to play bass and liking the hard, textured attack of the metal edge. He eventually had pesos beveled so they could be used like guitar picks. Riddle number 10. One of these guitarists discovered a very unusual way to play electric guitar. Forget guitar picks. Look for something that definitely doesn't belong in a guitar case. Can you find the clue? The answer is number 2, Jimmy Page. Page became famous for using a violin bow on his electric guitar, creating strange, sustained sounds that became part of Led Zeppelin's experimental style. He didn't simply use the bow as a gimmick. He incorporated it into live performances and recordings, most famously during songs like Dazed and Confused. So if you spotted the violin bow hidden in the scene, you found the key clue. Riddle number 11. Final case. One of these rock stars is famous for singing, but before becoming a frontman, he was sitting behind the drum kit. Can you find the hidden clues? The answer is number 2, Phil Collins. Before becoming the lead singer of Genesis and later one of the world's biggest solo artists, Phil Collins was already an accomplished drummer. He joined Genesis as their drummer in 1970, and after Peter Gabriel left the band, Collins gradually took over as the lead vocalist while continuing to play drums. That's what makes his story so unusual. He wasn't the singer who learned to play drums, he was a drummer who became the singer. How many cases did you solve? Comment your score below and tell us, which clue was the hardest to find? If you enjoyed the challenge, hit like and subscribe for more rock mysteries and music detective quizzes. See you in the next case.